Hey everybody, what's up? David here, and this is another product review. In this particular product review, we're going to take a look at the December 2015 13th Age Monthly PDF, which is 11 pages, and it is called Home Bases by Stephen Warzeha and Rob Heinsoo. Now, Home Bases is exactly what the title says. This is how you can incorporate bases into your game. You know, if your parties want to, take over a certain dungeon, they can turn that dungeon into their home base. Maybe they will, there's a lot of examples given in the PDF as well. Maybe they will take a castle, maybe they will take an old monastery or something and turn it into their whole home base. So this gives you how to do it, a bunch of other things on basically how to acquire it, all of the mechanics that involve having a home base, all kinds of elements that you can add to your home base. There are a bunch of different brokers that it gives you as examples for NPCs that you can have in your home base, and it also has a bunch of magical and cursed furnishings that you can put into your home base as well to spice up the game, and a lot of other complications that can arise as well for having a home base. So it kind of touches on everything, and I really like that. So as you can see in the cover art, a massive, maybe an old wood elf civilization, or maybe an old wood elf village was taken over, and now it looks like this is a party's home base. Really nice art in 13th Age. It has a very unique look to it, and I really like that. Alright, the PDF, like I said, is 11 pages long, and it is very nicely done, professionally done, just like all, and it looks like just exactly like all of the other 13th Age products out there. Home bases, we'll get into it. Now the cornerstones, this is pretty much explaining how you get a home base. Do you really want your characters to have a home base at level 1, or do you maybe want to wait until the champion tier, which is level 5 or so, and then maybe give them the reward or the option to have the home base? All right. Now, it also goes into you want a political structure in your base, and it gives you, a little bit of optional stuff here. Here's all kinds of routes to a base on how to acquire one. All kinds of different ideas here. Now, there's a nice little intriguing thing here that talks about can I just buy a base? And 13th Age really doesn't want you to have a monetary price list of all these different castles and ships and whatnot. But I mean, you can do that, and they give you a link to an external site that someone had created for 13th Age. It has all kinds of gold value prices. So if you just want to be able to buy one, and if your party has tons and tons and tons and tons of gold that are in there, endless pockets of gold storage, then you can go ahead and incorporate that in. But they really do not recommend it. So in 13th Age, when you have a home base, there's some base mechanics involved, and it's just like the icon-die relationship. Basically at every full heal up, not every session, but every full heal up, you're going to roll a d6, and on a d6, something advantageous would happen for you and your home base. If you roll a 5 on that 6-sided, then something advantageous would possibly happen, but there would be some kind of complication involved. And then if you roll a 1 on the d6, then your base is going to be hit with an obligation. And basically what the obligation would be is a setback. Maybe something you're going to have to do a quest to, or maybe a part of your adventure. Maybe you're going to get sidetracked because now maybe your base is under attack or something like that. So I do like that, the mechanic system with the home bases. I really think that can add a lot, instead of just saying, okay, I have a home base, it's just chock full of all this treasure and nothing can ever happen. Well, that doesn't happen in 13th Age. I do like the base mechanic feature where you roll the d6 at every heal up. So really nice. Really nice art in this PDF, just like all of the other 13th Age books and PDFs. Tons of art. A little bit more information on the actual the mechanics on the D6 roll. Now here's gives you some examples of successes, which would be a D6 on the D6, and then here are some examples of a roll of a 5 on the D6, which would be the same thing as, like I said, the icon relationship rolls at the beginning of every game. How a 5 would be give you a success, but also a complication, so it follows the same mechanic as that. And then here are your fumble rolls, or your 1 rolls on a D6, where obligations and maybe some critical reagents for your alchemy shop were going to be delivered via caravan or something, that for this ritual spell, or maybe a potion or a concoction that you were going to make, maybe it was stolen, and then you have to go find that. So you'd be sidetracked from your main story, which is actually kind of cool. I like that. I like those complications as they arise. So, all right, more art, and then more rules on what would happen if your mithril mine had a cave in and a bunch of dwarven workers were injured. So just examples of having a 1 roll on the 6-sided. Really nice. Now it also talks about potentially destroying your home base as well, and some information for the GM with that. And basically, be careful when you do that, because that could actually ruffle some feathers. So here's gaming the base. Do you want threats? Do you want there to be threats for your home base? Close threats? Do you want them to be maybe like a rivalry clan or something like that? More obligations. Here's blueprints. What basically, what type of you get with your party, have them get together and create a blueprint for their actual home base. It doesn't have to be a castle. So here you can have some of the blueprint ideas are, maybe you just want to gain a tribe, or maybe acquire a mysterious tavern. Maybe you're a cleric or a paladin, you want to start a temple. Maybe you want to fix a guild. Maybe you want to have a rogues guild, or a fighters guild, or a wizard's tower. Maybe you want to maintain the shrines of some ancient lost civilization that you found. Maybe you want to reclaim a powerful ruin and restore it once to where it was in its height of its popularity and power. Maybe you want to have a flying pirate base. Maybe you want to just have that simple alchemy shop. Really cool. All kinds of great blueprint ideas, and those will just spin off and make your mind think, and you'll come up with even more. Now, also, here's a section about honest brokers, and these are actually NPCs, stewards or managers that you can actually put into your home base. Great idea here, and there's all kinds of different Thrigor. There's Sergeant Modron. There's Sparkles, Philda Quakehelm, Arthur Winth, Mike Farnson. So, there's some pretty entertaining and flavorful names. Even Brother Maynard down here. Wonder where they got that from. So there you go. There's NPCs that you can actually put into your home base. And then the final thing on the last page is those magical furnishings, both magical and cursed. So you can take a look at these and have fun with those. And then there's a couple feats. If you want to incorporate these optional feats, they are not a 100% must do, but you can add in these 3 optional feats called Comrades in Arms. I knew this would happen, and I know people. So they are pretty much all championed here. And that's, the whole thing with the home bases. They really suggest, and they really think that around the champion level 5 or so, is when you should let your party have a home base. Now that doesn't mean to say, hey, you can't have one at level 1. That they explain that you can, if you don't mind that micromanagement at level 1, you can do that as well. So there you go, everybody. There is the December 2015 Home Bases PDF, 11 pages. Really good PDF by Rob Heinsoo and Stephen Warzeha. You can get this $24.95 for the year or $2.95 per PDF on the pelgrainpress.com website. So thank you guys very much. How would you guys incorporate a home base in your 13th Age game? Please leave a comment down below. I want to hear some good ideas. And guys, have a good one. Until next time, happy gaming.